gonna set up a freshie today. I've been having some skateboard madness. We're gonna get into it in this video, but first, figured I'll set up a new board before we head over to the park. I've been skating this hockey board, which is a similar board that I'm about to set up. The only difference is in the last video that I set this board up, I did some DIY wheel wells. This one I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna leave them as is. That happens not to be true. Later in the video, later in the day, I actually ended up adding wheel wells, but we'll get to that later in the video. And I basically did set up an 8.5 board as like a street board recently. I skated the 93A Splitfires, the new wheels, and I really did like them. However, because of the park we're about to go to, which is Prince Park, a lot of big transition, big bowls, I want to try some tricks that I haven't done in a while. I feel like I'm kind of losing some tricks. It's like the old saying, use them or lose them type of situation. So I think setting up a new board might give me a little bit of motivation, a little bit of encouragement to do the said tricks I'm talking about. Main one being inverts. This is a trick that took me so long to learn how to like really commit to and just do. And I think having a big board when you skate big transition helps. But not only that, but having a fast board. And that was a problem that I had with the 93 wheels that are probably gonna have tons of videos about them all over YouTube right now. So I made my video about them. I like them. I'm definitely gonna skate them at like crusty spots or DIY spots. However, where I felt like they just didn't really work for me was at Washington Street and anywhere with like big bowls, because it's really hard to keep your speed, which in my opinion is like one of the most important things when you're skating bowls or any kind of like big transition in general. Did I just drop that hardware? I found it in the grass, first try, damn. It's a good day. Ultimately, I want to get back on it. I actually have a couple tricks I want to learn today, or try to learn. I get ahead of myself and say I'm gonna learn them, but I would like to try to learn them. One being a sow flip, which is where like you flip the board over, land in lean to tail or disaster, either way. Sal Barbier invented it. The only thing that's gonna be hard is I really want to use these rails because I don't have any other new rails besides on the street board that I just set up for a whole different video, but I don't want to take those rails off. So we'll see if I get one more life out of these rails. You can see like the nails almost exposing. So I guess the real challenge will be like if I can get them off without the nails being like super like stripped out, then I'll be able to use them again. So let's get this board gripped up. Got the pepper grip on there. It's been sitting in the sun for the last couple of minutes and it's already like floppy. It's kind of nice actually. It's a good idea. Like if your grip tape is in the sun for a little bit, I think it almost makes it easier to get it onto your board. How long you want to do that because the adhesive might wear off eventually. This yellow, it's really nice. So I'll just do my simple little stripe, making it easy. I've been slacking on my grip tape art because I keep wanting to set a board up right before I go and skate. So, you know, you gotta take your time when you're doing art. But yeah, the point that I was getting at before my ADHD kicked in is basically I don't want to lose some of my tricks, and I feel like that has happened, especially with my confidence. Like when I'm trying inverts now or trying to skate like big transition lately, the very few times I have gone to try to skate big transition, I just feel very off my game. And transition skating versus street skating is a lot about just like mentality. And like you kind of just have to be in the right mindset, be confident, and just go for it. It's less technicality. One thing I wanted to kind of talk about is it's been 6 months since I got the screws on my hand, had surgery on my hand. I made a whole video about it. That time of like healing from my hand injury, I was like very in like a dark place at times. I was like, man, this sucks. Like I'm not gonna be able to grab my board or do these things that I want to do again. And I had a little bit of a skate PTSD, skate trauma essentially. And I was scared to get back on the board for a bit, but that's kind of why I ended up skating a lot of street and learning new flat ground tricks and stuff, because for me it was kind of scary to jump right back into that fire of transition skating, to the point that I was just mentioning. A lot of it is in your head and you just have to be confident to go for things. Ultimately what I'm getting at is I think I've progressed and I think I'm doing better than before. The one area that I think I've been slacking on is big transition stuff, doing inverts, doing the tricks that I used to be able to just do right away, or a little more scary just to go for them. It's not that I can't do them, I'm just scared to even try them. And I think sometimes, you know, a new board can help you get motivated to try things and just get you excited to get out there, especially if you're just feeling like you're in a rut with a certain type of skating, which I think I am with transition skating. a little bit of a rut. It's a good idea to sand down your grip because, you know, you get to put it in your hair. Honestly, it avoids it from curling back up. Now we just gotta get the hardware on there. Use it or lose it factor. I think that's gonna be like the premise of this video, but something to be a little more freestyle than some of the other videos I've done for the last couple of months, which I've been enjoying, to be honest. Well, the good thing is none of these screws have like wood inside of them, so I think we'll be able to use them. It's gonna be the last life with these rails though. They are worn down. Whew, yeah, you can tell they're like so thin and warped. Very warped. It's so thin right there in the middle, like where I'm board sliding the most. Whew, we're really pushing it right now. There we go, one side's on, other side going on. There's just not much room for the rail or for the screw to even go in because, like I said, there's not much more plastic there. All right, let's head to the park. Got to the park and Spencer's already teaching me a new trick. Got the freshie on there. He's trying to show me how to do a rock. What do we call this trick?
I don't know, dude. I just learned it as the hang up.
Okay, let's see you do one so we can show the people what we're talking about. Pressure's on right away. We just showed up. Yeah, that. What Spencer was saying is I got to use my heels, right?
Mm-hmm. Big tilt on the right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You're treating it too much like a board feeble. See, you're still going into feeble position. It looks like you're literally going board feeble.
That's how it feels.
So none of that back foot stuff right here. Like you honestly
So
don't,
stay more heavy on my front foot, maybe. That's
like, all on that back heel though.
Okay.
So and also like when I'm going up, I'm not going that high. I'm like you're going pretty high on your rock.
Okay. It's natural for me.
Yeah, because you're like pool guy, bro. Chill out.
Well, to me, it's easier, and I'm just so trained, so I have to like retrain my brain a little.
So we're like, this is why it's called like a hang up, because like you're only going like a little bit more than halfway up the board. Because when you're going up, once you get here and you're starting to slowly roll back down, is when you put that pressure right there.
Okay.
And
it does make more sense now. I see you like doing it in slow motion.
And say, look, no, that back foot though.
Like, let the back almost dog piss it.
Yeah, like I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Now I have an idea to do something off this flat ground trick and then go in the bull. I got a line spewing. Are you gonna go in? This is the other thing. I can tell him things to do that I can't do.
Well, before I grind in, I was gonna just throw a fatty boneless into it.
Ooh, not even an ollie. He's really getting transition guy today. Oh, what? And hitting the pole coping. Whoa!
Oh, dude. Easy money. You're gonna go into the bowl too after?
You think so, or is that too much?
I mean, I'll try to get over here as smooth as I can.
You can't even stay over there.
Oh.
Hard thing about like transition skating and bowl skating versus like going in the streets, or even just like, not the streets, but the street area at the skate park, is you have to obviously wait one by one. And I'm so, I don't know, I kind of have to get into this groove sometimes. And then when you're waiting, it becomes harder, but gotta try to get myself into that groove. I'm gonna eventually invert over here, but I feel like I just try to get used to the big transition first because I haven't been spinning big transitions. So I think it's like one of those things. I gotta just do the tricks I know first and then get to the hard trick, not jump into the fire.
How often are you skating this? Or like something this big?
Not often enough. When I get in the groove, I hate like getting out of it and then trying to get back in it.
It's called the flow state.
The hardest flow state, yeah. The flow state is interrupted. It's only my fault. Let me make that clear, but it becomes more difficult. You know
but when it becomes other people's fault, it's from them skating too.
I'm trying to make myself accountable.
He's trying to enter the flow
I can
state.
only react.
That was pretty good. Oh.
I'd like to do a backsmith.
All right, do a backsmith.
That's something I'm kind of scared of.
Oh! Oh. Dude, the run out is so crazy.
Little baby one. Easier on big transition. To me, it's scarier. The technically is probably easier, but it's just scarier mentally because it's bigger.
So I think, and also the lighting's trash over there, so it's
yeah,
worth.
So I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to do it in the deep end. I'm gonna do it first try.
Easy money.
All right, I'm gonna try to just go. Just go for it. You know? Even if it's not super good, I'll take
it. Easy money. Oh, bro, that looks so crazy from here.
I'm scared.
Why? Just land it. Easy money, bro. That's like you're just it's easy little nose blunt handstand, bro. Oh. Oh, dude. Yeah, what? Same thing as the little guys, bro. Easy money.
One more little guy.
Dude, same thing. Easy, man.
How to distract myself? I needed to think about food and not thinking about what was going on.
That was so good.
Thanks.
So after the session at Prince Park in the Big Bowl, I got home and found my journal. Without hesitation, I immediately wanted to put it to use. After getting wheeled by it a few times at the park, I knew it would benefit me. It really is a shame that there isn't more brands making wheel wells on board, so I feel obligated to keep talking about it and hopefully convince other people that it's worth it so brands will make more boards with them. Polar does really good boards with wheel wells. They're like one of the only brands. Other brands do it, Jacuzzi. There has been other brands that do wheel wells. I almost just wish it was like a mandatory thing. Like so many brands are slacking on this. Like whenever you go to the skate shop, for example, there's rarely like multiple boards with wheel wells. There'll be like 1 or 2 board brands, but I just wish there were more board brands that offered it. I think what's going to have to happen is more skaters are going to have to complain and hopefully push for a wheel well. So try it out, do it DIY, try to find a board with wheel wells, and I guarantee you, you'll find so many benefits. And you know, if you're worried about the board being weaker, you know, then you're probably also worried about rails, because rails make your board weaker too. It's one of those things, like no matter what, your board's gonna get weak, and I don't think it makes that big of a difference. However, the benefits are great, especially if you don't like to ride riser pads. I'm gonna keep harping on it because you need them. They're so good. Like you could just land so many more tricks. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Mash.